WXII 12 News at noon starts right now.
And right now at noon, overnight gunfire outside a downtown bar is pushing police to investigate the Triad's latest homicide. The evidence police are sorting through at this hour. Plus, happening now, practice in the Piedmont. Renovations are underway at a Piedmont high school. How this new facility will help keep the safety of students and educators a top priority.
Last night was a rude awakening, because I definitely said my prayers.
And new at noon, a plea from the ground to the man above. Widespread damage after severe weather moves through Oklahoma. How so many people are recalling the moments they were face to face with Mother Nature. But first, this Monday, today is a weather impact day for the Piedmont Triad. Meteorologist Jacqueline Shear starts us off this noon hour. And the timing of this impact, Jacqueline, is later today.
Yeah, we're not even seeing any of those showers out there at this point, but which is good. Things are nice and warm out, in fact. So if you wanted to get outside, you've got some time to do so. As we head through the next couple of hours, though, we will be seeing a very different picture here on radar. Here's a look outside. Our sprinkles have stayed away from us so far. As we head through the next couple of hours, though, we'll start to see that rain. We'll also see winds picking up. Right now, we've got wind speeds sustained at 10 miles per hour in Greensboro and in Asheboro, 11 miles an hour in Galax. Our wind gusts right now, we're not seeing all that many, but we are starting to see some gusts reported in the high country. And you can see our peak wind gusts from the past 48 hours, not all that high. As we head into the next couple of hours, though, we'll continue to see those wind speeds pick up. Wind advisory in the foothills and high wind warning in the mountains because of some extremely high winds that we're forecasting for the rest of the day. Here's a look at our high country locations. We've got temperatures getting into the mid 50s with winds gusting to 40 miles per hour, and you see those rain chances as well. Our foothill locations, winds gusting to 25 miles per hour, and then in the Piedmont Triad, winds will be gusting to 30 miles per hour, and we also have some occasional thunderstorms headed our way. Thankfully, compared to other parts of the country, our thunderstorms will be overall pretty mild. A couple rumbles of thunder here and there, but pretty standard, typical spring feeling storms without the potential for severe weather for us today. Here's a look at that severe storm risk. We are in the light green, which is just that level of standard thunderstorms. We'll talk more, though, about when we'll start to see those heavy downpours possibly coming up.
Jacqueline, thank you. Happening now, police are looking for a suspect or possible suspects in a deadly shooting outside of Gatsby's Pub in Winston-Salem. It happened overnight near 1st and Burke Streets. That's where we find our Maria DeBone this Monday afternoon. And Maria is still a very much active scene.
Yeah, that's right, Devontae. As you can see behind me, there's still lots of police presence here, and they have the forensic unit on scene as well. And traffic around Gatsby's Pub is being rerouted still at this time. Now, Burke Street is closed from 4th Street, 1st Street split all the way up to Westdale. According to Winston-Salem police, officers were called to 1st and Burke Streets around 2:10 this morning to shots fired outside Gatsby's Pub. Police said one man was killed. His identity has not been released yet, and it's unknown if a suspect is in police custody at this time. Now, Gatsby's Pub announced on social media that they'll be closed today out of respect for the family. Their post on Facebook reads in part, "We are both devastated and shocked by the loss of life to this senseless act of violence. Our hearts break for the victim's family and friends as they deal with this tragic loss. May we all find strength and comfort in one another during this difficult time." Now, coming up later on WXII 12, I talk with council member Jeff McIntosh about this shooting, and that'll come up later on WXII. Live in Winston-Salem, Maria DeBone, WXII 12 News.
Still very much an active investigation, Maria. Thank you. When we first brought you this story as breaking news this morning, we are asking police for any new developments, as we also plan to speak to the victim's family. You can look for updated coverage from Maria beginning today at 4 o'clock. And the overnight killing outside of Gatsby's Pub happened a little more than a month after a deadly shooting at Burke Street Pub right across the street. It happened back on January 19th. Winston-Salem police say the suspect shot from outside the bar, hitting and killing a 30-year-old man inside. A woman was injured after being grazed by a bullet. The victim, who lost his life, 30-year-old Kane Bowen, died at the scene. He was not the intended target. 74-year-old William Drake is still in jail, charged with murder. New at noon, a suspect who was shot by a Davidson County deputy earlier this month has now been identified. Investigators say a deputy confronted Angel Andaverde back on February 8th while he was driving a stolen car. Deputies have been called to Arnold Road just outside of Lexington after reports of a suspicious person in the area. Authorities say Andaverde ran away from the scene before struggling with deputies during his arrest, and he faces 5 charges, including assaulting a government official. Investigators say the deputy involved fired his weapon during that struggle, hitting Andaverde, and we're told the deputy was not shot. That suspect is in the Davidson County Jail with a $250,000 secure bond. Looking ahead, a former bouncer at the Blind Tiger music venue in Greensboro will appear in court today. He is accused of shooting and killing a 19-year-old. Jason Leonard will answer to a weapons charge as well as a misdemeanor violation of conduct on ABC licensed premises. Leonard was an unlicensed security guard at the Blind Tiger. Investigators say he shot 19-year-old Pedro Alegria back on July 31st, who later died. Leonard is also being charged with second-degree murder in his death. He's set to appear in court on those charges coming up March 9th. 2 more men are also appearing in court today as well. They will answer to charges in separate violent weekend crimes. The Guilford County Sheriff's Office says Patrick Cleary has been charged with an assault with a deadly weapon with the intent to kill. Cleary was arrested for injuring 2 people during an aggravated assault on Baylor Street. That was Friday night. Both victims were taken to the hospital. On Saturday night, police were investigating a shooting incident on West Market Street. They found no suspect there, but later found Kevin Green barricaded inside an apartment on Montrose Drive. While inside, Green allegedly set the apartment on fire, and police were able to evacuate all residents and arrest him. He faces 16 charges, including breaking and entering, as well as assault. Tonight, Greensboro's police chief will continue his initiative with addressing a recent spike in violence. This evening, the chief is set to host the 3rd meeting in a series of 5. They're taking place in different areas across the city to allow residents to talk more about crime. The first 2 were held just last week. Chief Thompson is now looking for input on how to best work with neighborhoods and other agencies to address the violence at its root issue. Tonight's meeting will be at the Glenn McNary Library on Lake Jeanette Road. It will begin at 6 p.m. A new facility to improve school safety in North Carolina is being developed right now in Montgomery County. It's a partnership between the State Departments of Public Instruction, Justice, and Public Safety. Victoria Lucas has a closer look at the benefits this new facility will bring.
The new facility will be used by school officials and law enforcement officers for training exercises such as active shooter simulations. The building was home to the former East Montgomery High School. It is currently being renovated to serve as a high-tech training center. State officials say administrators and staff across North Carolina will also use the space for training in behavioral threat assessments and de-escalations. Both Attorney General Josh Stein and State Superintendent Catherine Truitt say it's essential for that training to be the best it can possibly be.
Our heart breaks anytime there's a mass shooting, and particularly so when they're in schools. But that, unfortunately, is the world in which we live, and protecting our kids has to be our top priority.
Supplying a space for on-site crisis prevention training gives educators and support staff the skills and confidence they need to thrive in their roles.
State officials hope the facility will be open sometime in 2024. For WXII 12 News, I'm Victoria Lucas.
Victoria, thank you. North Carolina lawmakers are proposing a new idea for law enforcement. That proposal says if an officer breaks the law, police associations should have more power to decide the consequences. The Criminal Justice Education and Training Standards Commission currently oversees most law enforcement officers except for sheriff's deputies. Lawmakers want the commission to include the Police Benevolent Association and the Fraternal Order of Police. Both are similar to police unions. The House has not voted on this proposal quite yet. The Davidson County Board of Education will hold a special meeting later today. The board will meet in a closed session to consider the qualifications, competence, performance, and condition of appointment of a public officer. That meeting will be held at the Davidson County School Board Administration offices on County School Road there in Lexington. We're told it begins at 3:30. Right now, the G20 meeting held over the weekend ended with all but 2 countries condemning Russia's unprovoked offensive on Ukraine, China, and Russia. As John Lawrence reports, U.S. officials have concerns about a possible connection between those two superpowers.
The Kremlin is accusing the West of trying to destroy Russia.
They have one goal: to break up the former Soviet Union in its main part, the Russian Federation.
During an interview with Russian state TV, Russian President Vladimir Putin said the goal of leading NATO countries is to, quote, inflict a strategic defeat on us so that our people suffer.
How can we, under these conditions, not take into account their nuclear potentials? They supply Ukraine with weapons worth tens of billions of dollars, because this is participation in the usual sense.
Speaking of participation, U.S. officials say they are confident China is considering sending lethal aid to Russia in its war against Ukraine.
Beijing will have to make its own decisions about how it proceeds, whether it provides military assistance. But if it goes down that road, it will come at real cost to China.
As the Russian invasion of Ukraine enters its second year, President Joe Biden's administration's stance on the issue is clear.
We're not going to stand by and allow one country to roll over another country and try to wipe it off the mat. And we're going to build and have built a coalition of more than 50 nations to resist that and help the Ukrainians defend their own territory.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
The possible cooperation between China and Russia isn't the only concern this afternoon among U.S. officials. CIA Director William Burns says the alliance between Russia and Iran is moving at a pace that is, quote, disturbing. Back here at home, Burlington Animal Services is limiting intake of stray and surrendered dogs. This is because that shelter is now over capacity. Officials say dogs will only be admitted into the shelter in emergency situations only. Non-emergency intake requests will be scheduled on a first-come, first-served basis as the space allows. Starting today, all dog and puppy adoption fees will be waived. Cat and kitten adoption fees are being reduced to $20. The trial of disgraced attorney Alex Murdaugh is getting closer and closer to a verdict. Coming up next, how close the case is to jury deliberations. And severe weather has impacted the Mid-South, how the area is recovering today after more than 100 reported storms. Stay with us.